if he's looking out there, the reason he's looking is because he's blowing me off thinking I would rather go do that. If I'm riding a recessive horse and the recessive horse is looking out there, it's looking because I'm worried something out there might come in and harm me and hurt me. So do you have a dominant horse or do you have a recessive horse? This is a dominant horse. If I ride him like he is a recessive horse, I'm going to make his behavior worse. If I am riding a recessive horse like they're a dominant horse, I'm going to make their behavior worse. You have to make adjustments to your riding based on your horse, whether it's a dominant horse or a recessive horse, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. How your riding should adjust depending on your horse. So this is Ringo. He is a dominant horse. And a couple of videos ago, you saw me working with Kaya. He is a recessive horse. And I make adjustments from one horse to the other based on whether they're a dominant horse or recessive. A big part of how I adjust how I ride a dominant horse or a recessive horse is adjusting my ask, tell, and demand. I'm always going to ask first, I'm always going to tell next, and then I'm always going to demand. But the timing between those two is going to change. A dominant horse like him, see how his attention is out there? He's not listening to me. He is not concerned about me whatsoever. So the timing of my ask, tell, and demand and how I use it is going to change. I am going to be a lot pickier about a dominant horse like him. I am riding him in this circle. That is my ask. He looks out there, I'm going to tell, I'm going to scold him, I'm going to go pretty quick. The reason the difference is if he's looking out there, the reason he's looking is because he's blowing me off thinking I would rather go do that. If I'm riding a recessive horse and the recessive horse is looking out there, it's looking because I'm worried something out there might come in and harm me and hurt me. So with a dominant horse, I need to build authority over the horse, that the horse does what I ask him to do. With a recessive horse, I need to build confidence. So with the dominant horse, I need to build authority. With the recessive horse, I need to build confidence. I'm going to do that by adjusting my ask, tell, and demand. I'm asking to go forward. His attention is going to go out here. I'm going to kind of bump him kind of hard and say, hey, I'm telling you to go out here. I went right away to pretty hard with my tell. I took charge. Now, if I was riding a recessive horse, what I would do, I would still change directions, but I would change directions a lot softer, a lot easier, and instead of going to demand, I would just say, hey, let's ride over here. So for him looking over there, I went to tell, we're going to go do this instead. With a recessive horse, I'm just going to, with my riding, I'm going to say, let's go ride over here. That is going to get a dominant horse. Now a trailer just pulled in. Now he's interested in the trailer. I'm going to bump him a little bit. Hey, let's go over here. Bump, bump, bump. Let's go over here. Taking authority. A recessive horse, if it would have seen the trailer come in, it would have been more of a concern. So to build confidence, I would have just said, hey, let's go over here, let's go ride over here. That's how it should be done. Now, what'll happen if I do it just backwards? What'll happen if I ride this dominant horse and it's interested in the horse trailer that just pulled up, and I say, hey, let's go ride over here? Then I have not showed the horse my authority, and it's going to keep going back over there. It's going to keep trying, hey, I want to go see what that is. I want to see, just like that. We're going to do this, and I'm going to take charge, and now we're going to go right over here. Harder with my legs. If I was riding a recessive horse and I took a hold of his head and kind of scolded on with my spurs, he's already worried about whatever he was looking at. And if I got hard on him, I'm just reinforcing the fact that that is something to be worried about. So if I mix the two, I'm going to make his dominance worse. I'm going to make him more encouraged to dominate me. And a recessive horse, I'm reinforcing that there is something to be afraid of. So put in the comments below, do you have a dominant horse or do you have a recessive horse? And how are you adjusting your riding to fit that horse? This is Ringo. I'll put a link up here to the other videos that I've done with him. Until next time, thank you for watching.